Alright, so in this video, we're going to learn what a PBN is. Now, if you already know what a PBN is, you can skip this video. For those of you who are a little more advanced, if you don't know what a PBN is, I'm going to explain it in this video. Everything else you need to know about PBNs, how to set them up, all the new rules, all of that will be in the PBN section. Okay, so I'm going to have a section specifically dedicated for all the PBN stuff. This video, I just want, for those of you who are newer, I want to explain what a PBN is. Okay, so some of the links going to my precision mold removal over the shoulder example site that I ranked over the shoulder for you guys, so you can see the steps I took, are from PBNs. For example, this site is a PBN. If we go to it, as you can see, it's just a site with links on it, and it just has content and links on it, just a normal looking blog type site. So how did I get this site? What a PBN is someone will own a business. So, for example, someone used to own this Estee Mag. Likely what it was, I could go and look, but it doesn't matter. It was probably used to be like some type of magazine. Okay, so it was like maybe a magazine brand, and they probably just stopped publishing. They probably could have went out of business. Maybe the owner of it died. Anything could have happened. They could just choose not to renew the domain. Anything could have happened where the previous owner of estemag.com just didn't renew the domain. Okay, so when that happens, all the links that are pointing to that site, so everyone that liked the magazine, usually all those links will stay in place because people never know that they just don't keep track of what they're linking out to on their website. So a lot of the times, most of the links that are pointing to a site like this that kind of goes out of business or just doesn't renew, or whatever the case is why they don't renew the domain, they don't know the site's changed or didn't renew, so the links stay up. So all the power that's going to this domain is still there. Like, all the links are still going to it for the most part. Some people will keep track and take down their links, and it'll lose a little bit of power, but for the most part, most of the links stay. Which means most of the power stays to the site, because a PBN is all about buying sites that have power and using them to our advantage. So what happened when the person who owned estemag.com before us decided not to renew the domain for whatever reason is it goes up for auction. Okay, so it goes to auction where people like us can buy them, and really what we buy PBNs for is the power in them. So we use that previously generated power where all these people link to Estee Magazine or estemag.com because they like the magazine. I'm just guessing it was a magazine site. And then we use that power, we turn it into our own site, and then we link out to our property. So all the links that were pointing to this before pretty much stay, which means it's sending this domain power. We buy the domain, all the links are still there for the most part. We put up content, and then when we link out to our website, anytime you link from a website that has links going to it, it has power. So we're using this power to link over to our website. Right? And that's what a PBN is. It's basically taking a pre-powered site, using its power to link to what we want to link to. PBN stands for Private Blog Network. So it's just, I guess a name someone gave it many years ago for what type of property it is, where people will just get a whole bunch of these, build their own, kind of network, you could say, of sites, and that's called a PBN, or a private blog network. So that's what a PBN is. They're extremely, extremely powerful when used correctly, but again, there's a whole bunch of rules that you want to be aware of when using PBNs. Even new rules, for those of you who have been around a while, you want to be up to date on the newest rules because things have changed with them, and my methodology with them has changed, and I explain all of that in the PBN section, right? But that's what a PBN is. You don't have to use them to rank. I've ranked plenty of sites without PBNs, but they're extremely effective. And even if you're worried about using them, you can use them to link to tier 2 properties, and it's pretty safe and it's very effective as well. So for most of you, I wouldn't count PBNs out. At the very least, you can use them to link to tier 2 properties or your tier 1 properties. Use them as tier 2s, and that will help you. For the beginners, what I mean by that is, just so I'm not losing anyone. So when you have your money site, and then you have a link going there. This is tier 1. Tier 1. Any links going to that are your tier 2. Alright. So any what I'm telling people is, if you're worried about using PBNs here because they can get penalized, the algorithm can find them if you do certain things wrong. Especially if you're a beginner, you may miss something. You may not want that pointing directly to your money site. If you use them here, it's a lot safer. So here, you would build links naturally here, and then use your PBNs to link to your, the links pointing to your site that are more natural. And what that will do is that will use your PBNs, which have a lot of power, will power up those tier 1 links, and just that those being further along in the tier process is just a lot safer. So, but as you can see, if you know how to use them, they're fine to use on tier 1 as long as you follow the new rules in place, okay? But that's what a PBN is, extremely powerful. If you want to learn more about those, go to the PBN section. I at least wanted to introduce it in the OMG SEO Bible because they are a big part of, SEO, both inside and outside of OMG. They're extremely controversial, but also extremely powerful. And if you know how to use them correctly, they can do a lot for you. All right. And I can show you ways to use them where, especially nowadays, I'm going more the route of being safer. So I'm going to show you how I'm using them safer with all the new rules I'm following, and it will make you a whole lot, your SEO a whole lot more safe, okay? Even if you use PBNs directly to money site. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. That's what a PBN is. To get more information on them, again, go to the PBN section. I'll show you everything you need to know about them.